right, guys, a little bit late again. It's like every single month I'm just a little bit late with these videos, but in this video I'm going to cover 10 things that I recommend that you sell in November and obviously in December as well in the coming months on Facebook Marketplace, on Facebook Shops. These are hot selling products that sell really, really well, okay? So let me get a sip of coffee and let's jump into it, okay? So obviously, I'd be remiss if I didn't obviously recommend like the seasonal items. So these are not part of the 10. I'm not gonna just be like, oh, you should list Halloween decorations, Thanksgiving decorations, like Christmas decorations. Like, I'm gonna give you 10 other things outside of those. But before I give you the 10 things, the best things that you can list are obviously seasonal, okay? Halloween, I sold like literally, I don't even know what the actual number is, but 90% plus of the things that I made money on in the month of October and September leading into Halloween were Halloween decorations and Halloween themed stuff, right? Like, don't get me wrong, other things sold well as well, but Halloween was like the decorations and stuff were really what pushed the majority of my sales because it was pre-Halloween, right? Same thing right now, okay? So Thanksgiving stuff, like Thanksgiving table runners, Thanksgiving decorations, like anything Thanksgiving is selling very, very well right now, approaching Thanksgiving, okay? Now you're seeing this, I'm creating this video on the 8th of November, so there's still a little bit of time window to list and kind of reap the rewards and benefits of listing Thanksgiving stuff because it's pre-Thanksgiving, but the window's kind of closing and shrinking right there, so I would list a little bit, but more so I would focus on Christmas right now, okay? It's the best thing that you can list seasonally. Realistically, people start buying Christmas stuff even before Halloween, which is crazy to me, but after Halloween, which it obviously is currently right now, they still buy, pre-Thanksgiving Christmas stuff, okay? So anything Christmas, literally anything Christmas, anything Hanukkah related, anything seasonal like that, anything New Year's related, that's gonna sell well right now. Start listing it. And I'm not gonna name like all sorts of things like Christmas decorations and Christmas table runners and wrapping paper and like anything Christmas, literally anything Halloween, or sorry, not anything Christmas, anything Hanukkah, not Halloween, will sell well right now, okay? So list that stuff. Now let's get into the 10 things. So first and foremost, and these are all 10 things that have been selling well for me, the past month or so, and obviously I anticipate selling well and continuing to sell well for the next month or two at least, okay? And these are not related to, the seasonal stuff, but you should be listing these on top of the seasonal stuff as well. So car leather console covers have been selling really, really well for me. So what do I mean by that? Well, it's literally anything in the car that covers, the actual inside and decor of the car, if that makes any sense, right? So for example, like a cover for the steering wheel, or a cover for like the dashboard, right? Or a leather cover for like the little thing that pulls up in the middle. Anything like that. I don't know why, because it seems like there's so many different makes and models of cars out there, but those sell really, really well for me, and they have for months now, okay? Number 2 is light up badge emblems for cars, okay? A perfect example of this is a Chevy one. So I literally sell the little Chevy sign that you put in the front of your car, and it just all it does is light up, right? I guess like at night it lights up almost like a light, and that sells really, really well. But it's not just Chevy, it's any car emblem badges that have light up like functions, I guess, at night. Seem to be selling well, especially like the top brands like Chevy, GMC, Ford, like any brand like that with like trucks seems to really be selling well. I'll list those. Now the next one is wedding stuff, and I kind of listed this stuff on a whim just because obviously I'm getting married. And speaking of which, I'm actually uploading two fire videos for you guys toward the end of this week, and I think one of them is next week. It might be, I don't know if I'm scheduling it Sunday or Monday or something like that, but keep an eye. There's 2 premieres of videos coming out because I'm getting married on Saturday, and then I'll be away on my honeymoon for about a week and a half. So like I won't be around with any of my e-commerce. I won't be putting any videos out, but I did schedule some videos for you, and it's basically on hot product research methods that I use to find these products, right? So I've talked about in other videos in the past, but I've never actually like physically shown on the computer like how you can go about doing these. Check those videos out. They're really gonna help you, okay? They're both really, really great, right? But like the one is something that like nobody's gonna show you. So just check them out. I'm telling you, okay? They will really help you sell more. But wedding stuff, like I said, because like I was just thinking about it one day because I was getting married, and so I listed it. Seems to be selling well, and I don't really get it because like it's November, so like it's not really wedding season, and obviously as we move into the winter, it really won't be wedding season anyway. The only thing that I can think of, like knowing because I'm going through it myself and have been for like the last year, is like because of like COVID, there were so many like weddings and like that couldn't get done like during COVID, right? So like all it really did, it was increase the stock of people that needed to get married. And so that's why you're seeing so many weddings happening right now, right? People are getting married in the middle of the week now. People are getting married in November, December, like I'm getting married in November, right? So like people are still getting married all the time now, and there's a lot of brides, there's a lot of grooms out there that are looking for certain things that are wedding related, right? So there's a lot of demand, and you can be the supplier, right? It's a no-brainer. So wedding stuff, like wedding arches, table runners, to name a few things, like fake plants that like, that you like decorate stuff with, fake flowers, literally anything, veils, anything wedding related sells really, really well and has been selling really, really well realistically since the end of summer, but it's still hot right now. I don't know specifically when it'll fall off. Again, you would anticipate like not a lot of that happening during the winter, but because of COVID, like who knows when it's going to stop. It's still selling very, very well for me right now. Okay. So list that stuff. I'm telling you, it sells well. The next thing is something that's also been selling well for me for the last, 2-3 months at least. And that's trading cards for like games. So we're talking like Yu-Gi-Oh, Garbage Pail Kids, Magic card bundles, anything like that has sold well for me. I don't know why, but it does. It's very, very cheap to, you can find great prices on websites, and then like, it doesn't matter if it's retail or I haven't really seen too many of it on wholesale. You can find like Magic card bundles, like pre-release on wholesale websites, but the majority of it is going to be like cheap retail sites, but you can find very, very cheap deals and then mark them up on Marketplace or shops and make a good profit with trading cards. Test it out. It'll work for you. Okay. The next one is something that I listed again on a whim, and you'll notice a trend here. Like, don't get me wrong, like the videos that I'm dropping later in the week for you guys that are on Premiere right now on the channel are like they're strategic systems that I use to find hot selling products that I know are proven to be hot selling, right? Like, so use those. But also mix some like gut shots from your own life in. Some of my best selling products are things that I just thought of and was like, I'll try that, and it works, right? And sometimes like I'll try it and it doesn't work, obviously, but like some of the best selling products that I've ever come across are ones that I just listed on a whim and happen to work for me. So the other day, as I'm sure will happen to a lot of you if you're dealing with colder weather now, my tire like pressure sensor in my car went off because when it gets cold out, like you lose a little bit of air in your tires. I don't know if it like decompresses. I don't know the science behind it, but like every single year when it goes from like the end of like summer to fall, you always lose a little bit of tire pressure in your tires, and you need to go put air in your tires, right? So tire pressure sensors have been selling really, really well for me recently, and the only reason I thought of it was because I lost a little bit of air in my tires, so like I decided to list it, and the one has been selling like multiple times a day, and the margin I think is like 12, it's like 10 to 12 bucks or something like that, depending on the taxes, because I'm not tax exempt with this supplier. But tire pressure sensors, another thing that has been selling really, really well for me. Number 6 is power tool organizers and racks. Power tools have been selling really, really, really well for me for realistically since I started on Marketplace and shops. They sell on both. But then like the organizers, I guess for like garages or like sheds or something that you can like hang your power tools on or like put them in little slots, those really just started popping off like the past month or so. I'm not sure why. I don't know if there's a correlation between like it getting cold out and people wanting to like, organize or whatever, but they have been selling really, really well for me recently. Test them out. This next one is a gem of one that I've never actually added because and don't get me wrong, like all of these sell really, really well, right? But I see this one all the time and I'm always like, you know what, I'm going to keep that one for myself because some days I sell like 10 to 20 of these realistically between shops and Marketplace. And some days I sell, 1 or 2, but I'm always selling them. They're constantly selling, and it's not just 1 or 2 variations. It's like 5 to 10 different variations that always sell, and the margin is like at least 10 bucks every single time about. Sometimes it's like 9 depending on the taxes if it's a supplier that I'm not tax exempt with. But heat press mats list them. Just trust me, heat press mats. You're welcome, okay? Number 8 is Joe Biden, I did that stickers. I'm still not sure. Like, I purposely don't follow politics up until like I need to, like closer to the election, because I don't really want to get into it too much. Like, I can't do anything about it, right? Like, I have no power over it, right? So like, me worrying about it is just wasting my finite energy. I have family members, I have friends that focus on it, and like literally it consumes their lives, and like they pick a side. Like, I don't want to be like that, so I genuinely don't care is the wrong way to say it, but like, for lack of a better way of saying it, or lack of like getting too in depth with this explanation, which I've already gone off on a tangent with, I don't really care. But Joe Biden, so I don't really know if like this is like making fun of Joe Biden or like supporting him. I think it's making fun of him. But Joe Biden, I did that stickers. People buy them all the time. And then I guess it's just like kind of poking fun at him, saying like, I did that or I did that. Like, I don't really know. But they sell well, list them, okay? The next thing is beard shapers and beard trimmer stencils. So basically what those are they're little like plastic things that you can hold over like your beard, and like that way you can just trim it up if you don't like want to just like freehand it. Like, I know, just like since I've been like growing out my beard and like shaping it up myself, like, and like the little stubble, like it's tough sometimes to like edge it like yourself freehand. So like, if you can just buy a stencil that like you can hold there and then just trace around it, it's a game changer. It's so easy, and these stencils are usually like $10 to $20, and you can easily make a $10 margin on them. It's also something really, really great. And the last one, I don't know why, but mirrors. Mirrors sell really, really well. Mirrors for the bathroom, all sorts of mirrors. Not going to go too in depth with it, because literally all types of mirrors sell well for me. List mirrors, they sell really, really well, okay? So those are 10 things, plus an extra tip, obviously, with seasonal items that you should be listing right here, right now in November. They're gonna take off. List them all, try different variations. Really hope it helps, guys. Give this video a thumbs up. I genuinely appreciate it, and it actually goes a long way to help rank the video so more people can see it and more people can get benefits from it. Also, come back later in the week. I'm dropping 2 product research methods that are really going to help you guys find products like these yourselves that are proven, right? Like, not gut shots, which, like I said, do list those as well, but proven systems that you can use over and over and over again to find hot selling products like this that you can, again, list, you know, just however much you want to put the work in, you can find that many hot selling products, okay? I think I'm listing one on the 11th, and I believe I'm listing the other one, I'm posting one on the 11th, and I'm posting the other one, I believe, on the 14th, okay? So that being said, guys, this is probably the last time I'm gonna record a video for like 2 weeks. I'll be on, I'm shutting everything off this week because obviously I'm getting married on Saturday, and then I'll be away on my honeymoon for a while, but really appreciate the support. Hope this video helps you guys out. And if you have any questions, drop them in the comments section down below, and I'll answer them for you. Really hope you enjoyed that video. If you're brand new to dropshipping, I recommend that you get started with ZDrop. It's a software that'll help you run and scale your entire dropshipping business for just over $10 a month. I still use it every single day in my own business, and it's a no-brainer, okay? It'll make your listing, customer service, order fulfillment, and a number of other things a lot faster and a lot easier, okay? Now, ultimately, the quickest way to get from where you are now to a dropshipping business that's paying you consistently every month is to simply enroll in my Dropship Pro course. Both of those things are linked directly down in the description below. And if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments, and feel free to check out some of the other videos that are on this channel on e-commerce, dropshipping, and a number of other things, all right? See you in the next one.